From the field to the studio to your eyes and ears, welcome back. The 816 hour. Boys, how are you guys doing today?
Good. Chiefs play today. It's going to be awesome. Love it. Chiefs Raiders going to be great.
You can tell I just woke up because I'm definitely proud of his game day.
This guy.
Yeah, I've been awake for 10 minutes. Okay, let's take it easy on me. But I'm good here, ready to talk football with the boys.
Week 18 NFL season is here. NFL season just absolutely flew by.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed like just yesterday we were talking Chiefs Cardinals week 1 preview. Now we're talking playoffs. A lot of playoff scenarios, a lot of interesting games this week. Gonna sit down. All three of us picked a game. Who wants to go first?
It don't matter to me.
Shoot, I'll start it off. No, I'll start it off. Weirdest game of the day tomorrow. We got Texans, Colts. They faced off once. It was a 20-20 tie. That's all you need to know. This game, Sam Ehlinger versus Davis Mills. No one wants to watch this game, but why this game is important, why I wanted to talk about it, just the discussion. The Colts, if they win, nothing really comes of this game. It's all for naught. This whole what if is all a what if. If the Texans win and the 3-13 Bears lose to the 12-4 Vikings, the Bears will hold the number 1 pick. Then, why would the Texans win this game? Why would the Colts win this game? If you're Chris Ballard, you're the GM of the Colts, you then are like, Bryce Young, gonna go number 1 overall.
Mm-hmm.
And barring an injury, Bryce Young is the number 1 overall pick in this year's class. I don't want to play him twice a year. I don't want to have to go against Bryce Young. I'm throwing this game, praying Chicago loses to the Vikings, and then Chicago has the number 1 pick. I know this is a big what if, but how do you guys feel about that? Just hearing it.
I think it's going to be a crazy game. Both teams throwing.
Absolutely.
It's going to be awesome to watch. Must watch football.
Yeah, it's gonna be they're gonna be tank off. I mean, they're just gonna be both. It's gonna be like a 3-3 game. No one's gonna try to win. Yeah, the Colts, what are they, like the sixth pick right now, and they're still trying to probably go get CJ Stroud, I imagine.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they don't want to mess up their draft order. Houston definitely doesn't want to get away from the number 1 pick, even though Chicago probably wouldn't use it on a quarterback, but you never know.
Well, then that brings into this question: if you're Chicago and you hold the number 1 pick, are you gonna move it? Team like Seattle sitting at 3 with that Denver pick, maybe they want to jump Houston to get Bryce Young.
Maybe Indy,
exactly. If Indy sells this game, give Chicago that number 1 pick. They're like, yo, let's talk cheddar. Like, come on. But it's just, again, it's a big what if, but I was just thinking like, man, this could be wild.
No, yeah. A lot of people were talking about the Bears getting the pick and what they would do with it. Because they got number 2, so you probably take Will Anderson. But with number 1, you can trade down, just get a haul of picks.
True.
You can do a lot of things if you get the number 1 pick. But Houston, I think they'll get it. Bryce Young is undoubtedly number 1.
Yeah. I would agree. Carter, who you got winning this game? Texans Colts. The tank off.
Probably.
Give me another
Texans.
tie. Give me another tie.
The Texans on a walk-off safety.
Walk-off safety.
To win 2-0.
The Colts just throw the ball behind them. I love it.
Oh, goodness. He said 2-0.
Imagine. Yeah, I think I got to go. I'd probably go the Texans. I think the Texans might win this game. I won't lie. Just straight outright. The Colts haven't looked good. I don't think Sam Ehlinger has looked good in these past couple games. No Jonathan Taylor still. I don't know. Give me the Texans. Why not? What
happens if they tied?
So I wish I knew. I would.
My bad. I'm gonna assume so. With the Texans tying, if they tie and the Bears lose, I'm gonna assume the Bears have the number one pick. I don't know the records based off it right now. If they're a game apart, then that's how it would work.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're a
Tie
game
would
apart.
be wild. That would be hilarious. Imagine you tied with the same opponent once.
Second
or
straight
both times.
tie.
Yeah.
Divisional opponent.
Yep.
That'd
would
be terrible.
That would be an AFC South thing for sure.
Imagine.
Davis Mills, Sam Ellinger. What a game. I think
It's gonna be
Jeff
a
Saturday
matchup.
takes them boys out on top.
I would love it. But it's gonna be a
I
good
might
game
watch
for
that
sure.
game just to see how bad they're trying to lose.
I think it might be rough. I really do.
Like, because if I'm the GM, I'm going to head coach. I say, you are losing this game. I want a better pick. We're getting Bryce Young or CJ Stroud, man. I
Yeah.
don't care about winning the 5th game of the year.
So if your coach says that to you and you're Davis Mills, are you going out there and just balling out?
Screw it.
Pretty much. And he knows
slinging
it's his last snap before Bryce Young comes to town. So I'm
slinging the rock.
just going crazy. This team ain't going to bring me back unless I'm the backup anyways.
Oh, I would love that. Just watch him throw for like 502 and 6 touchdowns.
Oh, my God. Please.
Just tear it up. But what other games you guys looking forward to?
I got the Bengals Ravens game.
Hmm.
With the NFL canceling that Buffalo Bengals game, it automatically clinched the Bengals for the NFC North title just on win percentage. So if the Ravens beat the Bengals today, they would have the same wins, but the Bengals would have a better win percentage, so they'd still have the North. But if the Ravens win today and these two teams somehow meet up in the wild card round, home field advantage is not automatically going to go to the Bengals. It's going to come down to a coin flip on who gets home field advantage.
I would love that.
That's going to be crazy. I don't. They also need the Chargers to beat the Broncos on Sunday, but
Okay.
Seems like
But a
pretty
coin
possible
flip.
to determine
I don't get
home,
it.
to determine
crazy.
home field advantage. That's wild.
Mhm. Although
we
if the
got
Ravens beat the Bengals on Sunday, the Ravens would have beaten them twice this year already. So,
Mhm.
and they have a
True.
better
Dang.
and they have a better division record. So,
Golly.
Wow.
And that Bengals
True.
slow start to the year, that Super Bowl loss hangover, that really hurt them. Really
Will
hurt
they
them.
start like 0-3?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Lost that week 5 game to the Ravens.
Yeah.
That's
you know,
tough,
Ravens, no Lamar.
Yeah, that's
Again,
tough.
this
Still
week.
no Lamar.
They are
That-
hurt pretty much all over the place. Tyler Huntley, he's questionable to play this game, so they might be rocking their third string out there.
Golly.
Anthony Brown.
hmm
That's tough. And even with Tyler Huntley, and he hasn't looked good, hasn't thrown for over 150 yards in a single game this year. Doesn't look like the Tyler Huntley from last year we saw come in when Lamar got injured at all.
No, yeah, it's been bad.
I mean, shoot,
I
there were
wonder-
talks that Tyler Huntley was going to be that guy in Baltimore if they weren't able to get a contract done with Lamar after how good he
Yeah.
played.
Yeah.
That's
they were
wild.
talking about that.
Mhm.
So he's also a Pro Bowler. So
Ravens offense with Tyler Huntley since Lamar's been hurt, 11.8 points per game. They were scoring
Ugh.
25 with Lamar. Just wild.
dang. I hope he comes back. It's been a month since he's practiced.
And that takes me to my first question. How confident are you in Lamar playoffs wild card?
Mm.
I mean, if he comes back, I think you have to play him. I don't
Yeah,
think-
but he hasn't played in 7 weeks.
true.
How
True.
confident, he's a free agent next year, kind of did the bet on himself, had the injury. Is he going to be comfortable playing on that injury as well? It's another
Trying to get that bag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, being out for so long on a contract year, I think he's got to come back in and prove that he's worth that bag that he wants.
Very true. Very true. If he can go on a little run, playoff run.
hmm
I don't know. I definitely could be a situation where they're just like, we're just trying to get the playoffs. We already clinched, so Lamar can just play wild card weekend. But also, not playing for 7 straight weeks, man. I mean, there's a little worriness going on with that.
Get a little rusty.
I think he plays if he's healthy for sure. Like Carter said, like you could sit out and just be like, I'm just going to go to free agency and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of teams probably wouldn't like that. And also, if you go out there and healthy, you win a playoff game or two, that bag gets even bigger.
True. That's big.
So crazy that they're going off a coin flip, though.
Mhm.
I don't know. I didn't realize the Ravens would have a better division record, sweep the Bengals if they win. I mean, and don't get the division.
Bengals have been playing great ball. That defense as
Mhm.
of late, lockdown. It's gonna be. I think this might be one of the better offense. Bengals offense versus Ravens defense. I think is going to be what you have to watch in this game. I really don't think the Ravens offense with Tyler Huntley or Anthony Brown is going to do much against the Bengals defense.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's got to be that Ravens defense locking up for sure. T. Higgins. No, I'm sorry. Jamar Chase went for less than 50 yards in week 5. First time they played. Recipe for success. Lockdown. Maybe the best wide receiver core in the NFL, and you might win that game.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got to have to guard 2 or 3 wide receiver ones.
Yeah, 3 wide receivers with over 700 receiving yards.
Oh, my God.
Isn't that what? I don't think there's
no
another.
Marcus Peters for the Ravens. So.
Oh, gosh. Is there another? I was trying to look before we jumped on here, but another team with 3 receivers or 3 pass catchers with over 700 yards?
There's no way. There's no way someone's even come close.
I was thinking the Eagles I saw Devonta Smith was over 1,000 and so was AJ Brown. But I was like,
Ooh.
Dallas Goedert's been hurt, so I don't think he's gone over 700.
Maybe I don't
Tampa
know.
hasn't.
I'd say maybe Tampa, but
I was going to say,
No.
I know Minnesota hasn't. Justin Jefferson. I don't think KJ Osborne at least has gone over 700.
KC? Question mark.
No shot. No shot.
They got
anyone outside Travis. I don't think
Travis
maybe
is 1,000. Juju is a certain amount away from 1,000. He might be at 890 something.
Okay.
So maybe Jerick McKinnon's 100 away. He probably has 500.
He's probably the next closest. Him or Justin Watson.
Probably. Oh my goodness.
But Key, what game or Carr? Did you have anything else for that Ravens Bengals game?
No.
Key, what game?
Who
you
wins
looking
that
forward to? Ooh, give me the Bengals. Sadly.
You said who wins the game?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you said who wins the coin flip, and I was just like, I don't know.
No, 50-50. Give me tails. Tails never fail.
Let me get a coin. I'll decide it right now.
Let me
How are we
call.
gonna do this coin flip? This is gonna be broadcasted or
I hope whoever. Hey, if I'm the Ravens or the Bengals, I'm calling Geno Smith and I'm asking him heads or tails. Do you guys remember whenever the Seahawks would send him out for every coin flip as the backup, and he had an insane winning percentage?
He was he had only one loss to the late in the year. I remember them talking about that now that you say that.
I loved it because every time he'd won, he'd just clap really hard and love Geno. But sorry, got off topic.
Teammate guy.
Hey, that's another guy looking for a playoff run, trying to get into the playoffs today.
I'll get into him. I'll talk about him in my game. I gotta go to the Bengals facing Anthony Brown or Tyler Huntley. They can't keep up with the Bengals offense. I mean, since he's going to drop 30, 40. But yeah, the Ravens defense could definitely show up, but I got Cincy.
Yeah.
Is this game in Cincy?
Yes.
Tomorrow? Okay.
Give me Baltimore.
I was going to say, go different, Carter.
Devin Duvernay's going to have 2 kick return touchdowns. Defense is going to go crazy.
D-Rob making Odell-style catches, one hand. I love it.
Gosh.
I love it.
But Key, could you have?
I think the game of the week, Lions versus Packers, Sunday Night Football. Obviously this game it can have a different meaning by the time we get to it. I'm hoping Seattle loses, because if Seattle loses, then this game is winner take all. Take that last playoff spot in the NFC. Lions. I mean, who would have thought they would have been playing meaningful football in late January? If you would have told me at the beginning of the year, the Lions are going to play Week 18 and they have to win to get in the playoffs, I think any of their fans would have taken that. I mean, it's just insane. I mean, this team started 1-6 and they are now 8-8.
Jared Goff.
Yeah, how we feel about Jared Goff and the Lions just going on this run? I mean, it's a lot of fun to see. Like Detroit never wins, and now here they are. Just it's awesome to see.
You know, Jared Goff, I was looking at his numbers, and he might be one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the NFL this season. Since November, this man is 7-2 with a 105.8 passer rating, 17-1 touchdown to interception ratio.
Dang.
Huge.
Yeah, he's on fire. I think he's at like 29, 30 touchdowns. I mean, he's had a great year because you go into the year, we had that podcast at the beginning of the year, and it was like, it never came out because it messed up, but it was like, is Jared Goff the guy? And we were like, yeah, if he plays this year well, why would you not just continue to build around him? Now, if you're Detroit, I mean, if you lose this game, you don't make the playoffs, you win 8 games this year, you got Jared Goff in the next 2 or 3 years for sure. Depending on his play. And you also have number 4 pick, number 18 pick in the draft. I mean, just not even talking about this game, but the Lions could do so much in this offseason just to build that team and stack them. I mean, it's exciting. But if you guys were the Lions GM, what are you doing in the draft with number 4 and number 18? Just taking a QB, just loading up on that roster. What's your thought process there?
Wait, Carter, how do you feel about Jared Goff?
Oh, my bad.
He's having a good year. But he had a good year in LA before they traded him. I think he could be the starter there, but I think they probably go after the top QB in the draft.
If I'm Detroit, the ideal situation, Seattle loses their game. You're in a must-win game against the Packers in Lambeau to ruin maybe Aaron Rodgers' last game in Lambeau, which we'll talk about that after this. But I'm taking a quarterback with one of my first 2 picks in the draft. I feel like depending on if CJ Stroud falls, I'm taking him. I'm not taking a Will Levis. And if CJ Stroud's not there with my first pick, I'm waiting on a quarterback, maybe taking one in the later rounds. Next year's class, absolutely stacked. Absolutely stacked class next year.
I would take for him.
I'm also looking at that. Another thing that I've heard talks, Lions have a lot of cap space. Maybe they go make a splash, go get Lamar Jackson in free agency. This year's free agent quarterback class is also insane. So we don't know what that's going to be. But I do think Jared Goff's that guy. We've seen him, like Keek talked about, we've talked about it in the past. We've seen him take LA to the Super Bowl. We've seen him be a Pro Bowl quarterback. He's thrown for 4,000 passing yards. Like, he's a great quarterback with good weapons around him. And we're seeing him do that in Detroit. So I do think he could be the guy for sure.
Yeah, he's more than serviceable this year for sure. I mean, he's not just like, just getting into the playoffs. Like 17 touchdowns and 1 interception since, when did you say? Since November? I mean, that's just playing winning football. I mean, that's great football right there. Yeah. So I think he's proved that he deserves, I think with the Detroit, though, you kind of take it year by year with Jared. Like, as soon as he starts playing bad, I'm taking a QB. Yeah. Obviously, that can be rough because then you got to wait for a QB. But like you said, you take a rookie quarterback late. Maybe Anthony Richardson falls. You want to take him late. He's athletic, kind of a different quarterback than Goff. So could definitely go to a lot of different ways.
Ideally, you're drafting a guy and sitting him behind Goff like the Chiefs did with Mahomes and Alex Smith. I feel like that's every team's like ideal situation. So if you're able to get like an Anthony Richardson in the 3rd round or something like that, you're sitting for a year behind Goff, and maybe when he's ready, or be like Jordan Love and sit behind Aaron Rodgers for 4 years and still don't know if he's ready. So
hey, next year's Jordan Love's year.
That takes me to, is this going to be Aaron Rodgers' last game in Lambeau?
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know.
Uh-oh.
He is just so back and forth with like how he talks about things. I don't know how to read him. He's such an odd guy.
Yeah. Carter?
I
don't know.
It's hard to tell if he wants to be there, if he wants to be out, or if he wants to retire. I don't. Really odd situation, but I don't think he plays again in Green Bay.
Ooh, I love that.
Unless
he retired last year.
He did. He almost took that Jeopardy job. We thought he was going to be the host of Jeopardy.
Yep. Well, what do they extend him? They extend him for 2 years. I guess he could just play the 1 year and then retire.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he'll eventually request a trade, to be honest.
I feel like just with every single week seeing him go on the Pat McAfee show and openly just bash the Packers, it's tough. Just like openly not disrespecting the rookie wide receivers, but like kind of talking down upon them. I feel like he doesn't want to be in Green Bay anymore, and it kind of shows. But
yeah, he definitely tells it how it is. Like he'll be like, the play calling was terrible yesterday. That's why we lost. I'll be like, you tell him, Aaron.
Let him know. But I feel like in the back of his head, he's like, screw you guys. You traded Devontae Adams and didn't take a wide receiver until Christian Watson. And now I have 2 rookie wide receivers I'm dealing with. I'm going to go still make the playoffs. So eat crap. So I think Rodgers still has that mindset, but I don't know.
It's kind of tough. He's also last year. He was like, well, you guys drafted Jordan Love, so I'm now giving you the chance to play him.
That's true. I won't lie. I was surprised. There was a point of this Packers season, probably like 4 weeks ago, when Rodgers had the hand injury. He wasn't able to fully grip the football.
Yep.
I was like, why not start Jordan Love? Me and Carter had that conversation. It was like, you have 4 or 5 weeks left of the season. We don't know what Jordan Love is. Aaron Rodgers might not be there anymore. Why not take a shot? Let him free. Let him loose. Just see what you got out of him. Because one career start against Kansas City because Rodgers got COVID. Like, I don't know. Carter, how are you feeling if you're the Packers and you have to roll Jordan Love week 1 next season?
I mean, it'll take him out of a playoff team, in my opinion, but I'm not worried. I mean, young quarterback, young receivers, build that team up, build that chemistry between all those guys. I think that could be good in a couple of years.
That could be a fun team. Key, how would you feel confidence level walking in with Jordan Love?
I haven't given up on him yet. I mean, sitting for 4 years behind one of the greatest. I mean, you got to learn something, right? And then last time we saw him played, oh my goodness, who did he play that last drive? Was it Philly? He played that last drive, and last 2 drives, he looked pretty good.
Yep.
So everyone's like, man, you sit behind a guy. We've seen it. I mean, Aaron Rodgers sat behind Favre. Mahomes sits behind Smith. I mean, quarterbacks when they sit, it can improve a lot.
True.
I think they'll be a solid team with if Jordan Love played a whole season for sure. Maybe I just don't know how he would play. That's the thing. Maybe like 6 or 7 wins.
Yeah.
I think he'll be serviceable for sure. But, I mean, it's going to be a lot of growing pains for sure.
You take into account they got a great running back room with A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones, so you're able to kind of take some pressure off of him with the run game. But then the rookie wide receivers, the inconsistent play, I feel like going to get another wide receiver this offseason would be ideal for the Packers. Maybe a veteran guy, kind of like, not to throw salt in the wounds of Keegan's fantasy season, but like Allen Robinson-esque. I know, don't draft him in fantasy this year, Keegan, just a heads up, but some along those lines. Sorry.
Hey, if he goes to Green Bay, I'm keeping him.
Or Odell, imagine.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be dope.
A-Rob almost went there. He, pretty sure he picked he picked Chicago over Green Bay.
Gosh, that was what a pick. What a pick.
Hey, now he's in LA. But yeah, Green Bay started 4-8, like you said. I mean, Rodgers had the thumb thing, and then they're 4-8. You're just kind of like, well, why not just play Jordan Love the rest of the year? Like, wouldn't that just make sense? Here they are, week 18. They're playing for a playoff spot, and all they got to do is just win the game they're in. Rodgers could be his last ride with Green Bay, so who knows what could happen? I mean, the team is on fire. And in January, you do not want to play a team hot. I'm not coming out here saying, Packers Super Bowl. But, I mean, definitely winning a game or two. I don't truly believe in them to win more than one game, but they're hot. And you never know.
Aaron Rodgers been in the playoffs before.
That's what I'm saying. He just got rookie wide receivers. That's a problem. Like, he's not going to be able to do everything. But, I mean, they've looked good. Got that chemistry now. Obviously, Christian Watson has been a beast for, 7 or 8 weeks now. So, it's going to be interesting. Like I said, though, I hope Seattle loses. So, this game just means so much more. I mean, it's just going to be insane. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like I got my heart in it for Detroit. Like I'm gonna be rooting for them hard.
So I got Detroit in this game. I won't lie. I think they pull it out.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I also have Detroit.
Dan Campbell said, he said, we're not worried about the Seattle game. He said, we're gonna come in there. We're coming for blood, no matter what.
Trying to ruin the Packers season.
Exactly. Just go out on a high note. That's all you can do, really.
For real. Boys, NFL season, sadly, regular season coming to an end. Been a great year. Absolutely wild. Boys, got anything else?
No.
No,
Carter?
no. Hit us up.
No Chiefs.
TikTok,
Yeah.
Instagram, YouTube, anywhere and everywhere you get your podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music. We're there. We're everywhere. Hit us up, Big Cartel / the 816 hour. Awesome 6 shirts on there. Some nice pins as well. Leave a comment and YouTube, Spotify, wherever you can leave comments. Leave comments what you want to hear, what you want to see. But ring that bell, subscribe, hit that plus button on TikTok. Hit the hearts.
The like button. But boys, we out?
We out.
Peace.